Welcome everybody back to another week of Rockhounding Recap. I am here with my son. We are going to go over our most recent rockhounding treasures that we found on our last adventure. So let's get going. We're going to start with our small glowies, and we're going to move up into our different non-glowy rocks, and then we'll finish off with one of the best finds. So let's get going, bud.
Let's see this handful. Oh, look at all that.
Alrighty, a little bit over this way, bud. Alrighty, so.
Oh, there's that dark one.
Yep. As you guys can see, there's already a nice, beautiful variation. I do not think this is a glowy. Huh? Is it? Nope, not a glowy, but it does have bands. Alrighty, but as you guys can see,
look at the agate. Look at those bandings.
Yep, that one has beautiful bandings in it. Open your hand a little bit more.
Oink.
So this was a Chalcedony heavy trip, as you guys can see. Oh, okay. I was not ready for the trade-off. So this is a Chalcedony heavy trip. That is what we got. We got a little dark one in there as well too that you guys can see, which was a nice, beautiful find. This one right there is pretty clear.
Now we're gonna move to our next rocks. In this rock day, I can see that this one is like the flattest.
Yes, okay, let's open that hand. Alright, so in this one we have a little bit more Carnelians in there. A slightly bigger guy right here. This one's got some really cool characteristic to it. It's a pretty awesome find. These guys too, let's look at this banding in the back there. That's a really neat find, nice banded agate.
What?
Alrighty, this is the one Norm was talking about. That's extremely flat. Must have chipped off another piece. This one as well too is a really cool looking one. This guy almost looks yellow.
We have
Some awesome smaller finds.
Lots of strange ones. Dark ones. Ones that are like, well, ones that are really cool. Okay, here's our next little batch.
Alright, so this finishes off the little bits of the small ones that we picked up.
Not quite yet.
Well, almost does.
Yeah.
Nom's got a few more that I'll probably add to my hand as we're talking. You can see this guy right here is very clear. We pick them up regardless of their size. These are ones that we call indicators because they are typically indicating to us that there's more glowies, or at least that's what we hope.
Bigger. So these other ones you're gonna look at are also indicators that's a little bit bigger. Okay, here we are with our next batch.
Alright, so with these ones we might go a little bit slower, bud, just because I want to see. So
oh yeah, I was saying
this one here, I'm pretty sure is an agate, but it is so dark that initially I did not think that it was. As you can tell, it's just such a dark color in it. We've got a lot of Chalcedonies here. Is that one banded? Nope. Got some that are banded, some that aren't.
That is definitely not glowy. Well, actually, let's look up to
yeah, I think, here, move your hand for a second. I think Papa saw up there in the corner. That part to me looked like it could be potentially agate, but it could be some banded chert. You never know. Alright.
Yeah, we're gonna have some cool ones. Oh, look at those two dark ones. We've been finding so many dark ones. It's like this world. It's a whole different world.
So this one, I believe, is a moss agate potentially. Could be wrong, but you can see a lot of the glowy particles that's within it. Has some moss characteristics.
It looks like that it has. Maybe some petroleum?
Maybe.
It slightly has that petroleum.
Okay, let's see those other guys.
Oh, look. Wait. It was just stuck.
Can you open your hand up? Bud?
Oh, look at those bands.
Let's see.
See that?
No. Oh, I see it right there.
Yep.
Yeah, that's some nice banding right there.
Mhm.
This is a cool one. It's pretty dark in color. Has some really neat characteristics to it. Banding up there on the top.
Mhm. And check out these other ones.
Alrighty, so this one's pretty cool. This is a clearer one within a host rock. I always like these ones because they just look very cool.
Uh-oh, we forgot a small one.
That's alright, bud. And then here we have a nice Carnelian right there. Some more Chalcedonies. How about this guy here?
That one's one. It's a super duper.
Yeah, that one looks very interesting.
Here comes some banded ones. Oh, look at those bands. They go all the way around. Wow. Look at that.
Oh, wow, that's a nice batch, bud.
Mhm.
So this is the one Munchkin was talking about. The banding goes all the way around. Just pretty neat. Looks like you got a little tiny vug right there.
Oh, yeah.
Just pretty cool. Got some more Chalcedony in here. Some host rock on that, which is really cool. Another Carnelian. Another Carnelian. Awesome little guys.
Here comes the cooler ones. Oh, look at those petroleum.
Oh yeah, I can see some petroleal formation right there.
If they have any vugs or petroleal formations, then we don't want to tumble it. We might want to, but then it might break that part and break off the nodule.
That is true.
But then it will become like an indicator, except it will be small.
This one's got some beautiful coloring to it. This is an awesome find. Little petroleum right there. And a vug. That is
Let's
awesome.
check out these other ones.
Alrighty, this guy's similar to the last one. Has some host rock on it. Some iron staining in it, it looks like, as well too.
Iron stain. Oh, I know.
Yeah.
It's the iron stain of the brown dusty part.
Yep, that is true, bud. You're so smart. Yep, this has some nice coloring in it.
Let's check
These
out
guys?
this other thing.
Alrighty, so you can see the bandedness right here. And the color looks like we got some quartz, maybe right there. Some carnelian within there. This guy has some really cool characteristics to it. It's a really awesome find. This here, another carnelian. We love our carnelians. This one as well too. Looks like it might have some banding in there. Should be really cool once we tumble it up. And this, I believe this is an agate. I could be wrong. It might be quartz, but it really does have many characteristics that remind me of an agate. So let me know in the comments there.
Okay, next up, we have these ones. We're going to do smaller batches. These are going to be a little bit big.
Alrighty, so here.
That looks like it had Oh, look at those bands.
Yeah, Bubba was just going to point out. These ones have cool banding right there. A little bit of indents, pockets right there. That banding, though, that is nice. Look at that. That is an awesome looking carnelian. Okay.
We have these ones. Now this one is a cool host rock because the host rock on it is like different.
Yeah, so this one almost looks like there's a protrusion right there. That may or may not be a petroleal formation. Has a little indent pocket right here. This is a really cool. I think that might be a little bit of some petroleal bud, but it's attached to the host rock as well too. And this is a nice little find.
Here comes No.
It's like almost. Okay, and then this guy here, another Chalcedony, a beautiful find. I don't see any banding in this one, but it has a beautiful color.
Next up, we have these ones. I just wanted to make a 4 because of my favorite banded ones.
Alrighty, so let's do these first. Okay. Well, now we know how they get pillows on them.
Yep.
Alrighty, so this one here, you can see it's got a little tiny bug in there. We might want to maybe try to clean that guy out before we tumble this one. This one's very pure in color. Yeah, it's a really nice Chalcedony. There's not much staining on it or anything. No banding, just pure Chalcedony.
Next.
Slow your roll. And this one is similar to this guy here, the white one in the corner there. I believe this is an agate. Yeah, so this one has a bit more banding, you can see right there. It's just very light in colors, and this is very white.
Also, the difference between these two. So, look, you see that? It's like more wider.
Yeah, so
here's like some quartz.
So that's some druzy quartz right in the center there. I think if we were to tumble this up, we would see that, and it would show itself. It's got a little bit of.
You might tumble this too, because we don't know exactly what it is.
It could reveal some cool characteristics to it, for sure. For sure.
Here comes the cool one that I can't stop thinking about. Voila. The circled banded one, and here comes the next one. That's dark.
Alright, so let's start with this guy, bud.
Bug.
Alright, so this one is a beautiful find because you can see that little triangle of banding that just goes all around there. If this thing was whole still, that would be beautiful. You can see this Carnelian, it's got a little bit of banding on the outside there, and then right in the middle there, looks like it's almost even Chalcedony there because it turns a little bit blue. This has some beautiful banding on it still, so this is amazing. We cannot wait to tumble this guy up.
Next up, we have this one.
So, Papa found this one. Initially, it was pretty dark like that other one.
I found that one, remember?
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
We'll
it was
have to
at
go
that
back.
dark place.
We'll have to go back on the video and see. Okay, but the cool thing about this is look right there. Look at that banded portion, and it looks like maybe a druzy quartz right there. That is an awesome find. So it has some unique characteristics to it as well too, on top of it being darker in itself, and the banding is just amazing. That is an awesome find.
Here come some big ones. The last ones.
Alright, so let's do this guy. This one we're not too terribly sure about. It does look like it has some Chalcedony throughout it, but I honestly do not know. This could be... We'll get to bed soon. Alrighty, so this one, as I was saying, I am not exactly sure what it could be. If you guys could help us out in the comments. It's some kind of conglomerate, but we will have to see. Alrighty, and let's do this guy next. Okay, so this is another interesting one. I still believe this is agate. It's just white agate.
Oh, look.
Does it have banding in it?
Has like one.
Oh yeah, it has like a band around it on the top there. That to me is what makes me really think that this is an agate. Maybe a little bit of petroleum nitro right there. But a beautiful find.
Here comes one that's really big.
Alrighty, now this guy here is a beautiful find. This is a very bigger size Chalcedony from what we found. It has a little bit of the host rock still attached onto it.
Might not be as big as this one, but that one is all glowy.
But you can see through it. This part right here is very big. It's a nice chunky one. Not sure if it's got some banding in it or not. We'll have to see once we tumble this guy up. But this will be a great find, and we cannot wait to tumble this one.
Here comes some rocks. And mine will be glowy.
So these ones are our non-glowy ones. These are ones we just picked up along the way. We're not sure why we picked up this one, but we have it. This one here is a nice banded jasper. As you can see right in here, it's got some really cool patterns to it, which is really nice. I think right here we have another banded jasper as well too. And this guy is also banded jasper. So we found a pocket banded jasper. That was pretty cool.
But here comes some other ones. I think we missed a big glowy.
Did we, bud?
Look.
Alright, so this one kind of like that other one. I can focus on it. It does look like it has some chalcedony in there. I'm not sure if this is maybe agatized jasper. It kind of looks like it a little bit. Looks like we got some chalcedony there, and then right in there as well too. It looks a little bit agatized, so that might be some agatized jasper. Next up, right here, this might be that same thing. It's either going to be like a moss agate, or maybe this has got to be moss agate or agatized moss, or however which way you said it. It is translucent. It doesn't quite look like the jasper does, which makes me feel like it's the moss. And this right here is just another nice banded piece. I'm not really sure what it could be. Looks like maybe some jasper on the top there. Here looks to have some quartz in it. Quartz and host rock, maybe a little bit of chalcedony in there. A nice cool conglomerate of rock. Alright. So this one here is another nice banded, I believe it's banded jasper. This one I picked up because the bands kind of, they go one way and then they change and they go another way, and then it looks like right here it broke apart and some quartz got in there right in the center there, so that was a nice find. This here was another cool find. Just it looks like it has maybe some agate parts in it. We'd have to cut this one open, I think, to really see what's inside, but this one has some more characteristics of being an agate. This guy here is just a real beautiful one. You can see some quartz in there. That looks like some jasper as well too. This one really was shining in the water with some nice purple jasper color within it. That was a beautiful find. And this one here I had to keep just because I felt like those were agatized. What? I don't know. But as you can see in many of these holes, which we found a lot of these rocks, but have not found some that have the agate portions in them like this one does. You can see throughout it. I'm not sure if this is a fossil. I mean, this is something I would think you would find more at the beach and not in a river, so I'm a little bit confused. Maybe, you know, if we were to cut it open, we would see a lot more agate throughout it, but none of them seem to be loose. They all seem to be in there pretty well, and they're throughout there. So if anyone can help us identify exactly what this is, that would be really cool. Alrighty. And last, but definitely not least, one of the most awesome finds that we found on this trip was our
biggest
Agatized Petrified wood. So this we found at the beginning of our trip, and as you can see, it has some purples in it. You can see the grain of the wood pretty well, but there's no doubt in my mind that this is some agatized petrified wood. You can just see the reflection of it in there. You can see right here the grains. Let's see, there's some side profiles as well too, where you can just see where the Chalcedony had gone right in the center there, and just the color is just beautiful. This was a really great find. It was the find of the day for sure for these ones, and we found a lot of cool ones over here. So this is definitely a first for us. Well, actually, it's a second, because we just figured out one of our Chalcedonies that we found was actually petrified wood. Thank you to the viewer who let us know that. You know who you are. But yeah, this is awesome. I really like the purple color to it. This is going to be a great addition to what we have already.
I'm just going to get some more.
Make them shine for you guys a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
Not too much, but alrighty. So we have a beautiful collection here of our agates, our chalcedonies, our carnelians, and even a nice piece of petrified wood right there. So this is a pretty successful trip, I would say. We found a lot of good specimens there, and we cannot wait to get back out and see what is waiting for us. So thank you guys for watching. We appreciate it. If you guys have not already, please watch our most recent Rockhounding Adventures Series. We've got, I think, 4 episodes up now, and we're working on the 5th one right now. So without further ado, we appreciate you guys. Please comment if you guys know what some of those mystery ones were, and thank you guys for your time. Until next time, remember to rock on.